Hello and welcome to a brief overview of the game Frankenstein's Bodies from Yay Games. This is a game about building the finest bodies that you possibly can to impress Frankenstein. So, what are we trying to do? This is one player's area. Each player has got their own two benches that they're trying to build the best bodies that they possibly can upon. As you can see, there's a male green torso there, there's male green leg, there's a male yellow arm, there's red, blue, green and yellow, male and female. And what you're trying to do is build the best body that you possibly can that's matched in terms of colour and gender. We'll come back to this in a little bit, but this is a reminder of the scores that are going to be happening. As you can see, each body part goes into a particular place. There are 6 parts that make up one body: 2 arms, 2 legs, a torso and a head. This is the draw deck that's going to be available throughout the game, and this is the score track. So, what do you do in a turn? Well, in a turn you're going to have 5 cards in your hand. You're going to pick 2 cards and put 2 cards down. Like I said, the aim is to make as complete a body as you possibly can to win the game. So, I'm not necessarily going to run through a turn, but I'm going to just tell you what the cards are. So, as you can see, you can draw from any of these. So this is a male blue torso, this is a female yellow arm, and you're going to get a mixture of body parts. The snag is there's only one of each body part in the game. So if you see that somebody else is taking that one and putting it there, and you're not happy about it, what can you do? Well, you can steal it. So this is where we introduce the other cards. Anything with a red arrow on it means it's going to move something. So in this case, this is move a torso. So I can play against this purple player, and I can play that, and I can say, right, I'm going to steal your torso. I can take that and put it into my laboratory area immediately as one of my 2 turns. So it's pick 2, play 2, as I said. That then goes into the discard. There are ways to defend against that, and I'll come on to those in a moment. But the draw deck is not replenished when you are taking cards from there. It's a daily delivery of stuff. Turn order does change, and start player token is important in that. So, what are the other actions that you can do? Well, you can steal things, like I've just shown you. If you steal things at the wrong time, they get infected. So if I was to take that from a player, let's represent it as, right, I've just taken it from somebody else, I'm going to put it there, it gets infected. If it's infected, it means that nobody else can steal it, but also during the scoring rounds, of which there are 2, one during the game, one at the end of the game, it's worthless. So what you're going to have to do there is disinfect it before scoring. There is carbolic spray. So these are cards that are going to come out in the daily delivery of stuff. Carbolic spray means that you can remove an infection from any body part. You can do this on your own, or you can do this to somebody else's body part. So, for example, if I was now to want to steal this blue male torso, I could play that to disinfect that and then steal it. Yes, it ends up in my area infected, or not, we'll come to that in a moment, but it means that I've got that body part, which is important. Okay, so that's one of the things that we can do. So there's infections, there's stealing. There is also a way of using a guy called a master surgeon. right? So you'll see that this symbol is available to be used here. So what you can do is tuck this Master Surgeon under there, and this is, again, is picked up from the daily delivery of stuff. So what you would do with that is you would decide, okay, this is a Master Surgeon that's going to be working on torsos. So for me, for this player, I can actually take torsos, put them into my own area, and if they're stolen, I can take them and they're not infected. Not only that, but during the scoring round, they're worth extra points. So this torso surgeon works on that torso and that torso. You get extra bonuses, and this is all reminded here. But also, nobody can steal that while that while that surgeon is working on that torso. So this Master Surgeon is protecting that, and possibly protecting that one. These are good things. They're quite powerful. But as with all good games, there's a plus and a minus. This one is move a surgeon. So you can play this on yourself to retrain your surgeon and say, no, I want him to be protecting legs. So there's torsos, legs, arms, heads, legs and arms. So the legs and the arms here are working on that. Or I can use that to steal a Master Surgeon from somebody else. And once I've stolen that, so I can play that, take this away and bring it into my area. If I do that, I can retrain him to be any type of surgeon that I want him to be. There's another set of cards which are improving the body parts that are in play. So that one means that I can put one of these tokens, so +2 token, onto a head. I don't have a head in play at the moment, but somebody else might, and I can play that on myself, on my own area, or another area. At the end of the turn, anything that's left over here, if a body part is left over, it goes into the body pit. This card allows you to take things out of the body pit and bring them back into the game. And finally, this one is quite fun, deflection. What happens with this is that if anybody tries to steal a surgeon, steal a body part, put another body part into your area that you don't want, you can play that and say, no, not in my laboratory, you are going to play that against somebody else. And what's exciting and interesting about this is that you get to choose whose area gets to be affected by the action that another player is playing against you, including the player that's done it. So you can quite happily just say, no, steal your own head, surgically remove your own head. So it's a quick game to learn. There are only 8 types of cards in the game, and there are 2 scoring rounds. So the scoring rounds are based on you choose when you think you've got a very good hand or set of bodies, and then there's a score at the end of the game. And the score is managed by moving these little guys across the whole of the anatometer board. So that's it. It's very interactive, it's very quick, normally takes about 40 to 60 minutes, 2 to 6 players, and very interactive and a great deal of fun. So that's just a very, very brief overview. There's more information available at www.yaygames.uk. So please have a look there and please enjoy playing. So thank you very much.